Well, the issues that I face, I see that there's really no uniform system in some of the issues that I deal with. In particular, one of the speakers who struck my attention talked about how the judicial system deals with mentally ill offenders. And being a federal court reporter, I've seen instances where judges are begging the public defender's office or whoever the attorney is to bring them an alternative to incarceration. And if you can provide some type of program, whether it be some mental treatment facility, inpatient, the judge is more than willing to send that person there. But the problems that I see, not all attorneys are familiar with the resources that are available. And in state court as well, I don't see those resources that are there and being used. And instead, these people are just being locked up again. They serve their time, they get back out, they reoffend, and they're back again into that same cycle without having gotten any of the necessary treatment that they need. And a lot of times there's that underlying mental problem that's going on that's causing them to continue to commit crimes, and that's not being treated. Well, I think being here and meeting some of the people from across Florida and across the country who are bringing us examples of other programs and other alternatives, we now have a better link that we as journalists can go out and to do better research and bring back things and programs and take them to our lawmakers or to whoever our state attorney is or the chief of the jail and ask, why aren't you doing this when this is more cost efficient or this is better in the long run, instead of continuing along the same path that you have been? Well, I think that politicians probably sometimes do a disservice to the system in a knee-jerk reaction. And we've heard it time and time again here at this seminar where you have that one bad example that's gone down, and because of that, it completely changes the system, and people who are making a minor mistake are now having to pay an ultimate price for it. So I don't think it's journalists who are causing these problems to occur, but a lot of times it's the lawmakers and politicians who are making these things happen. Obviously, we're going to cover that first day story, which a lot of times brings out those horrible and graphic details that then cause these politicians to react in the ways that they do. But we need to then take it a step further and to not just continue to focus on those salacious details, but to go back and do a think piece on what's taken place here, and to find out, A, how could it have been prevented to begin with, what could be done to change so that it doesn't happen again, or now that you have the situation that you're dealing with, what are the next steps in carrying forward with whatever that issue is, whatever the crime is. There are few of us around being asked to do a lot more work nowadays, and I think that all journalists are facing that, so you just kind of push through. I think the frustrating part about being a reporter sometimes is you want more time to spend to work on certain issue-related stories, but because there isn't someone else in your newsroom to pick up the load for pulling you off, you don't always get those opportunities as easily as you used to in the past. How we can change news coverage in order to better use our resources in times of reporters and editors and photographers, I don't think we've gotten to a place where we can answer that yet, because just as soon as we start focusing on one thing, we're forced to start focusing on something else because something else has changed or evolved in our industry.